Smiles cost nothing. You and I and us here do not own enough money to buy friendship that I have with those two gentlemen. You cannot buy that. And the most important thing in your life that you cannot buy, and it is the number one on your list, is you cannot buy love. David's the same age as my eldest brother, God rest him, who died. They used to work together. And the first time I actually spoke to David was on a stag night, and he used to be a doorman in a nightclub. And this is where it gets embarrassing. My second to youngest brother, with some other lads, stole David's car. He had a Ford Capri, and there was four of them. My brother was one of them, and they stole his car. Obviously, it's just a joyride, I would imagine. Oh, Peter's not the brightest of sparks, I'm afraid. And I went to this nightclub, and he was on the door, and he was like, "You're not coming in." In August 1989, I met David, and we had a chat, and he said, "Do you want to come to this nightclub in Chester that was famous, called The Plantation?" And I think it was a Wednesday I met him, and I said, "Okay then." So he picked me up on the Friday night and took me to The Plantation. So that was August 1989.
Well, John worked at the same place as me, which used to be Shell UK, which is now belongs to somebody else. I used to go to the area where he worked, and he used to have to sign a form to allow me to work on the area. He was one of the supervisors in charge there, and I didn't get to know him very well, but I can remember him from then. And then Dave, we used to have some mutual friends, and I used to go to a nightclub. It's not that long ago, to be honest. We used to go to different clubs, and Dave got in our company because he knew other people, and we sort of got talking, and what do you do? He said he's a joiner. So, well, I'm a plumber. And I needed a joiner at the time, he needed a plumber, so we sort of hit it off, and then we've become good friends since.
Peter, now I met him through somebody else who used to come in another club I used to go into, and I used to be talking to this guy, and he brought in Peter, and then we just got talking. And again, it's a friendship that just clicked. I needed help with doing a job, and he said, "Well, I'm not doing anything, I'll come give you a hand," and that was it then. We just knocked on from there. And probably a couple of months after we met, we decided to try and go on holiday together. Now that could be a make or break situation, because it's like being married really. 24/7 you're with somebody, you can't just say I'll get rid of you. And we just enjoy doing the same things, travelling around, visiting, shopping in different places. And first place we went to was a place called Vancouver.
Pete is so easy to get on with, and so laid back and forgiving that life's a stroll. He doesn't seem to create, I've never known him to create a wave, ever. When we've gone on holiday, it's not been anything created by Pete.
Right, John. John Try came into a club that I used to work on, and his brother actually stole a car. I blamed him at the time, but one of his brothers stole a car of mine. So I let that pass that night, and then we sort of met up a few years later and just started talking outside a shop in Ellesmere Port, and built up from there, the friendship. It's one of them that you either click with somebody, you don't click with somebody. And I used to work in a plantation in Chester, which was a hotel with a nightclub attached to it. He said, "I don't see you around very much." I says, "Well, we don't move in the same circles." He says, "Why, where do you go?" I says, "Well, plantation." "Well, I've heard that's a right ruddy place." I says, "Well, have you ever been?" He says, "No." I says, "Well, don't knock a thing till you tried it." And that's it then. It's gone on from there. He fell in love with the place as soon as he went there. I've not been able to get rid of him since. And that's going, God, it must be getting on for 30 years or more now.
And then I met Dave through a mutual friend. and we clicked straight away because we were both tradesmen, and he was looking for somebody who could help him out on jobs, and I was still working full time then. And John was a really good friend of Dave's, so we sort of all got together. We all hit it off as a threesome, and we decided one time to go to San Francisco, and that was very good. We had a really good time there. Although, as I say, I had to keep those two apart. It's like having children sometimes.
Dave and Peter's influence on my life has been for the benefits they have, because they give me the opportunity to see perspective from their side of the lens than my side, and they're both opposites.
We sat down talking about this memories, and to think of one particular thing, there's nothing comes to mind until you start thinking where we've been, and then the memories start piling on there. I'd say that first trip away was a really good trip away, so it took some beating, that trip. Since then we've gone on to go to Vegas again. From there we've used it as a base to go out. It's covered Monument Valley, and that was a really nice trip, interesting trip in Utah. Nice to have somebody who you can trust, relay things to, and won't go any further than that.
Dave is nothing like Peter, and Peter's nothing like Dave, and the pair of them are nothing like me. We're all totally different in every aspect you can think of, but we get on well.
I think we've both promised that we'll grow up one of these years, but I can't see it happening, to be honest with you.